Now, Storm Tracker 12 weather with Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
Taking a live look across the region, definitely some hazy conditions in the Rogue Valley, including in Medford. Currently 96 degrees, 88 in Wairika. It's 87 in Klamath Falls. Winds awfully breezy for a lot of inland valleys as well. When it comes to air quality, moderate conditions in Medford, Talent, as well as Ashland. Seeing good air quality though in Klamath Falls, Mount Shasta, and also along the coast. Taking a look at temperatures, 97 currently in Grants Pass. It's 88 in Lakeview, 92 in Montague. Still pretty hot today, except if you're of course along the coast where the marine layer has been quite prevalent. But we're going to see these inland temperatures continuing to drop back a bit for the next couple of days, a little bit more seasonal before we look to turn up the heat as we move into this weekend. Still tracking the potential for some thunderstorms. As we zoom in here, there have been some cumulus clouds trying to fire up in Jackson County. No storms yet, but there is still at least a slight chance we could see something fire up through the next few hours. Once we get past sunset, those odds are going to drop off quite significantly. There have been some storms though up towards Lapine and the Crescent area in extreme northern Klamath County. That storm producing quite a bit of lightning. Skies will clear tonight. We'll drop down to about 61 degrees in Medford, 51 in Klamath Falls. Marine clouds and fog continuing to impact the coast tonight. Tomorrow in the Rogue Valley, a dry day. No threat for storms, lots of sunshine. We'll get into the low 90s for highs in the afternoon. Sunset tomorrow, 8:50 p.m. A high right around 91 in Grants Pass, 92 tomorrow in Medford. East of the Cascades and into Northern California, we will have the potential for some isolated to spotty thunderstorms. Look for breezy winds developing inland. There is a red flag warning into Klamath and Lake County, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. tomorrow. Some of these storms will produce abundant lightning and we'll be concerned about new fire starts as a result. Here's a look at Stormcast. As we head into tomorrow, any storms that do happen to fire up, they fizzle out this evening. Notice the marine clouds and fog along the coast to start your Wednesday, but those clouds will decrease. And then in the afternoon, Klamath, Lake, into Siskiyou County, some isolated thunderstorms to spotty thunderstorms will be possible. Once we get past tomorrow, Thursday should be a dry day across the region with lots of sunshine. The Rogue Valley, not as hot. Fairly seasonal for Wednesday and Thursday, but we'll crank up the heat on Friday and it gets even hotter for this weekend. Doing some camping up in the Cascades, some much quieter weather. Of course, we'll be tracking impacts from smoke from fires burning in the region. And then as we move on into the weekend, it is going to get hot. Temperatures up around 100 degrees or so for the Rogue Valley this weekend into early next week. For the coast, brighter skies, blustery winds, but warmer temperatures later this week into this weekend. Northern California, the threat for some thunderstorms tomorrow, and then we heat things up again moving into this weekend. We'll need to watch the weekend as well. Some forecast models hint at the potential for storms, but still a little bit fuzzy on that, but we should at least get a couple of day break. The basin, the threat for some more storms tomorrow, highs in the mid 80s. The mountains looks pretty quiet as we go through the rest of the week into the weekend. And then in the Rogue Valley, a little bit more seasonal, low 90s, but we crank up the heat into the triple digits this weekend.